So GA3, that is most common, that is gibberellic acid. GA means gibberellic acid. Gibberellic. Okay. Gibberellic acid is a terpenes. Terpenes. Okay. Not indole compound. Which of the following is indole compound? Which of the following is a terpenes? Okay. So you have to remember, gibberellic acid is a terpenes. Okay. But indole means oxygens are indole compounds. Okay. So these are two here, that is growth promoting activities. Another one is here. It is another phytohormones are there. That is number third here, I mentioned here. But unavailable space, I have mentioned. So that is, hello.
Sir, how many types?
Promoting. So there are three types. One is indole compounds, another one is terpenes. Okay, indole compound example is oxygens, and indole compound means that is a heterocyclic compound, aromatic heterocyclic compound. Formula C8H7N9. Indole, suppose common, that is structure of indole. Okay, and accordingly it varies. Side groups are varies. Okay, and terpenes generally it is isoprenes, means hydrocarbon compound, isoprenes. But terpenes, if it is a monoterpenes, then it contains two isoprenes. Diterpenes, similarly, it contains four isoprenes, like this here. So here monoterpenes usually containing, that is two isoprenes. In that case, formula is C10 is 16. Okay, but terpenes are gibberellic acids here. The type here it is compound is gibberellic acid example. Okay, another one is adenine derivative. Adenine derivatives, adenine derivative. So adenine derivative, adenine, guanine, cytosine, thymine, uracil, these are the nitrogenous base. Adenine, guanine are purine. Okay, so purine compounds. And adenine derivative, one is that is kinetin. Kinetin is that that's kinetin is cytokinin. Okay, so kinetin is growth promoting hormone, phytohormone, cytokinin. Cytokinin, the type, kinetin, creatine. So these are the cytokinin, and these are adenine derivatives. Okay, and that is known as the AN6 porphyryl aminopurine. Kinetin is AN6 porphyryl aminopurine. Aminopurine. Because you know that adenine structure, if you go to the adenine structure, you see here adenine structure, similarly like indole, here it is hexagon and it is pentagon. But here that is a equal number, mark it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, adenine. That is a 9-member nitrogen containing, that is a compounds. Okay, compounds. So one is benzene, another one is imidazole. Okay, and here you see same, that is the position here. See, like this. Here, here it is containing that is amino group. Okay, amino group, right? So amino means purine. This is the aminopurine, and it will nitrogen 1, 3, 7, 9 position. Here it is 1, here it is 1, here it is 2, here it is 3, here it is 4, here it is 5, here it is 6. Okay, 6 aminopurine. And the position of nitrogen here it is 1, 3, 7, 9. You know that 1, 3, 7, 9. In this positions nitrogen is there. 1, 3, 7, 9 positions, and the rest positions are carbon. So that is a adenine purine, adenine. So here is the N6 porphyryl aminopurine. So this side here it is that is a porphyryl structure is there. So that is here in an amino group compound is associated. I'll go in detail about this. That is kinetin. So that is the adenine derivative, kinetin, N6 porphyryl aminopurine. Porphyryl aminopurine. Okay. So these are the growth promoting phytohormones. Three types: indole compounds, terpenes, adenine derivative. Indole compound example auxin, terpene example is gibberellic acid, adenine derivative is kyanitin. You have to remember here which of the following is a terpenes, which of the following is a indole compounds. So auxins are indole compound, gibberellic acid terpenes are terpene, and the cytokinins are adenine derivative kyanitin. Okay, and this is all about the growth promoting. Clear? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello. What
These
was
are,
Yes,
these are
sir.
the growth.
Yes, sir.
These are growth promoting phytohormones. Okay, and hello.
Sir, can you repeat that kinetin part again?
Kynetin is a that is a cytokinin, the type of that is a cytokinin type phytohormone, cytokinin. I'll go in detail about the cytokinin. But these are adenine derivative. Adenine derivative because the structure, adenine, guanine, these are the purine. Okay, nitrogenous base equal taught by the Samir sir, nitrogenous base. So these are nitrogen, different types of nitrogenous base, purines and pyrimidines. Purines are of two types, adenine, guanine. Pyrimidines are of three types, cytosine, thymine, uracils. Okay, but here the adenine derivative, the structure, particularly six position, adenine structure is 6-aminopurine because six position containing amino group. And the rest position 1 containing nitrogen, 3 containing nitrogen, 7 containing nitrogen, 9 containing nitrogen. Okay, 1, 3, 7, 9 position nitrogen is there, and the rest position carbon. Okay, and this amino group here is six position amino group. Here it is containing porphyrin. Okay, porphyryl aminopurine. I'll go in detail about when I'll teach talk about the kynetin. Okay,
Sir,
kynetin.
sir, gelatin is also adenine derivative.
ଜିଆଟିନ୍ ତ ସେଇଟା ମଧ୍ୟ ଗୋଟେ ଆମେ ଦେଖିବା ତା ଷ୍ଟ୍ରକ୍ଚର ଗଲେ ସେଇଠି ଗୋଟେ ଆଡିନାଇନ୍ ଡେରିଭେଟିଭ ଆସିବ। ଓକେ, ଗୋଟେ ଆମେ ଷ୍ଟ୍ରକ୍ଚର ତ ମେନସନ ପ୍ରାୟ ହଉନାହିଁ କୋଉଥିରେ ଏନସିଆରଟି ବୁକ୍ ରେ ଷ୍ଟ୍ରକ୍ଚର ନାହିଁ। ଓକେ, ତଥାପି ଆମେ ଷ୍ଟ୍ରକ୍ଚର ଯିବା ପଢିବା ଡିଟେଲ୍ସ। ଓକେ, ଜିଆଟିନ୍ ହଉ କି କାଇନେଟିନ୍ ହଉ, ଏଗୁଡାକ ଆମେ ଟିକେ ପଢିବା। ରାଇଟ୍, ହ୍ୟାଲୋ।
Yes, sir.
ଯେତେବେଳେ ମୁଁ ସେଟା ଷ୍ଟ୍ରକ୍ଚର ପଢେଇବି ସେତେବେଳେ ଟିକେ ଆଉ ଟିକେ ଷ୍ଟ୍ରକ୍ଚର ଉପରେ ଟିକେ ଆଉ ଟିକେ କହିଦେବି। ଓକେ, କିନ୍ତୁ ଷ୍ଟ୍ରକ୍ଚର ଉପରେ ଏତେ ନାହିଁ ଡିଟେଲ ଆସୁନି କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍, କହିଦେବା ପଢିବା କିଛି ଅସୁବିଧା ନାହିଁ। So next is that is growth inhibitors. This is all about the growth promoters. So next one is growth inhibitors. Okay, second one, phytohormones is growth inhibitors. Okay, so growth inhibitors, you see, growth inhibitors means the inhibiting activities here. Growth inhibitors. So what are the inhibiting activities? कौन सब एटा चेक करूची ग्रोथ रो नेगेटिव इफेक्ट आसीबो। So one is that is dormancy. Okay, so dormancy is it check seed germination, it inhibit seed germination, dormancy. Okay, so the buds are remain in dormant conditions. So usually seed germination not occurs, so will be delay. So that is due to the presence of growth inhibitors. Seed germination will delay, right? Another negative effect you will see, that is abscission. So abscission is that is the falling of leaves and buds before maturation. Okay, natural fall of the leaves, buds. Okay, fruits. So these are the before maturations, they fall here in the natural fall, that is the abscission. Okay, so this is a negative effect. Dormancy is a negative effect, that is delay flowering. Okay, so these are the negative effect of the some phytohormones. Some phytohormones, that is the if we will take into consideration, one is very common, that is abscisic acid. Okay, So which one inhibiting growth? Okay. So growth development activity inhibited by the abscisic acid. You know that hormones abscisic acid ABA. Okay. So two types are there. One is abscisic acid, abscisic acid, right? And abscisic acids, these are derivative of carotene. Carotene derivatives. The abscisic acids are carotene. So you know that carotene derivative. Okay, carotene. You know what is carotene? Jivan Sangram. Jivan Sangram.
Yes, sir.
What do you mean carotene? Okay, maybe iron. Hello. Absent. Okay. Anurag.
Yes, sir.
Pradhan.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What do you mean by carotene?
They are photosynthetic pigments for photosynthesis.
Photosynthesis. Which type of pigment?
Sir,
Whether
they
it is a
can't.
proteinous pigment, whether it is a proteinous pigment or whether it is a lipidous pigment, which type of pigment?
Sir, unsaturated hydrocarbon substances.
Unsaturated hydrocarbon. Okay. Okay. Moist theory. Moist theory.
Yes, sir.
Which type of pigment? Carotene. Okay. So here the carotenes, particularly carotenoids, that is, are two types. I have already told, carotene and xanthophyls. Okay, these are derivative of carotenoids. Okay, carotenoids are lipidous pigments. So lipidous pigments, hydrocarbon compounds. There are two types, carotene and xanthophyls. Okay, I have already told. Chlorophyll is also a lipidous pigment. Okay. Anyhow, here it is a carotenoids derivatives, that is abscisic acid. Okay, and carotenoid pigments are different color pigments. Carotenes, I will already told that carotenes are pink, or that is a color pigment, reddish color pigment, whereas xanthophyls are yellowish color pigment. Anyhow, so derivative of carotenoids, and that is abscisic acid, ABA, which is inhibiting different types of growth. Okay. And activities like abscission, like dormancy, these are growth inhibiting hormones. Another hormone is there, that is ethylene. Okay. Remember, ethylene is very important here. It is ethylene. Okay. Ethylene is a one that is hormone, that is a gaseous hormone. Okay, gaseous hormone. This one is a gaseous hormone. Ethylene is a gaseous hormone. Only one hormone. Okay. So gaseous hormone, but এটা যদি ଆମେ ଆର activity କୁ ଦେଖିବା, so ଏଇଟା fit with either of the activities, means either of the activity means either, that is sometimes it causes promoting activities, sometimes it causes inhibiting activities. Okay, so both it act fit with both the activities. Okay, either of the two, that is promoting activity and inhibiting activity, but more fit with the, that is inhibiting activities. Okay, so ethylene, it is more that is inhibiting activities, but some cases it is promoting activities. Okay, out of which activity, remember, ethylene is a gaseous hormone. Ethylene, okay, that's the only gaseous hormone. and এটা ফিট হচ্ছে ତା ସହିତ ଏଇଟା promoting activities ଆର ଦେଖା ହଉଛି ଆର ମଧ୍ୟ ଇଏ ମଧ୍ୟ inhibitory activities but ଏଇ ଦିଟା ଏଇଟା ଆମେ activity ଆଦେରେ ପାଇବା promoting activity ପାଇବା ଆଉ inhibitory activity ପାଇବା but more fit towards the that is inhibitory activity more fit with the inhibitory activity okay. So these are all about the phytohormones, plant growth regulators. Clear? Hello.
Yes, sir.
It is for photosynthesis, no?
Hello.
Sir, carotenoids for photosynthesis, no?
Photosynthesis. Carotenoids, chlorophylls, phycobilins, these are the photosynthetic pigments. Okay, carotenoids are accessory pigments. Okay, color pigments. And but chemical point of view, chemical nature, determinant, it has that is a lipidous pigment. Lipidous pigment. Okay. And the next is that is good detail about auxin. I'll go detail about the auxin. Okay. So auxin, the hormone here it is say that is promoting phytohormones, growth promoting phytohormones, auxin. And auxin, the term you know that it is the auxin. Auxin means to grow. Okay. EIN. This is EIN only difference. Okay. So auxin means to grow. Auxin term comes. And the activity of auxin first studied by the Darwin, Charles Darwin. Okay, C. Darwin, that is Francis Darwin, F. Darwin, and his son, F. Darwin. Okay, so Darwin, father and son, studied the auxin. Okay. The activity of auxin first studied by father and son, Charles Darwin and his son, Francis Darwin. The coleoptile of studied in the canary grass, the grass that is in bushy conditions. Here it is. Canary grass. Okay, canary grass. And they observed that the coleoptile of canary grass. Canary grass, you see here the coleoptile. Coleoptile, you know. What is the coleoptile? Coleoptile, coleoptile is the covering of the shoot apex. Shoot apex is covered by the coleoptile. Root apex is covered by coleorhiza in monocote embryo. I'll go detail in monocote embryo. When you study monocote embryo, so there are two terms are there: coleoptile, coleorhiza. Okay, so one covering coleoptile covering the that is covering the that is the shoot apex, and here it is plumule. Another one is the coleorhiza that covering the root apex here, particularly that is radicals. Okay. So coleoptile of canary grass. So they observe coleoptile of canary grass that is bending towards the unidirectional light. So when here light, it will focus light, okay, from this side. So the bending here, the apical part is bending. Okay, apical part is bending. They respond here the light. And bending towards this light. But if we cut it, it will cut the apex. So they remain as usual, like straight here, you see. So it is not affected, but not disturbed by this unilateral light, as usual, not responding. So here it is responding in case of figure A. In case of figure B, it is not responding because here the tip regions are not there. Okay. And it will again replace. It will replace means it will place the tip. Here it is. Here it is in the tip. It will place it further place. Okay. So what happens? And it will focus light in this direction. Focus light in this direction. So again bending starts here. You see, again bending starts. Okay. So here it is again bending starts like this here. Okay. So from these observations, they concluded, the father and son concluded that some substance, that present in the tip region of the coleoptile, some substances are present in the tip region of the coleoptile, which cause bending of the coleoptile, responsible for bending of the coleoptile. Okay. So, from the experiment, okay, a series of experiment conducted by the father and son. Okay, series of experiment conducted, but after all the experiment, they concluded, final conclusion, that something that present in the tip regions which respond the light, and that's why they are bending towards the light. The coleoptile is bending towards the light. Okay. So here is the experiment. Here, first experiment, you see the bending towards the unidirectional light, okay, unilateral light. But when you remove the cap, tip regions, if you cut the tip region, it is irresponsive, means it is not responding. Here, as usual, they are going in the straight way. But when you place again the tip, cutting part of the tip in place again in these regions, in the top regions, so bending starts here. Okay, this is about the experiment conducted by the Darwin. Okay, Charles Darwin and Francis Darwin. Okay, and in grass, that is canary grass, monocotyledon, grasses are monocotyledons. Okay, the embryo possesses coleoptile. Okay. And this, but the credit goes to discovery of oxygen. Credit goes to F.W. Went. Okay, again, F.W. Went. This here the Went. F.W. Went is here. It is credit goes to discovery of oxygen. So oxygen. Sometimes question is who discovered oxygen. Okay, who discovered oxygen? Oxygen discovered by here it is discovered oxygen, that is by F.W. White. Okay, and coined the term, and also coined the term oxygen term coined by F.W. White. Okay, oxygen term coined. Okay, and isolated. Also isolated oxygen from the tips of the coleoptile of oat seedlings. Okay, isolated also. Isolated from the tip of the oat seedling. Avena sativa, oat seedling. Okay, oat seedlings. Okay, from the oat seedlings isolated. She discovered oxygen, he also coined the oxygen and also isolated oxygen. Okay, and another work is there, bioassist of oxygen, Avena curvature test, bioassist test. Okay, bioassist test, test also performed by the, that is biotest of oxygen. Okay, oxygen, bioassist test of oxygen also performed by the W. Went in Avena plant, in Avena. Okay, in Avena curvature test, Avena curvature test. Okay, Avena curvature test. Okay, and bioassist test means, what do you mean by bioassist test? Bioassist means it is a one type of, that is a biological testing. Bioassist test means a biological testing of a substance. Biological testing of a substance, that is bioassist. Okay, biological testing of a substance on a plant. Biological testing of a substance of a plant. So that is bioassist test of So these are about the work of the FW Went. Okay, clear. These are all about the history. Okay, so but credit, I mean, say first people follow the NCERT book. Question asks who first that is the discover means isolated oxygen. Okay, who first isolated oxygen? Say oxygen was first isolated from human urine, and that is by Kogel Hagen Smith. Okay, Kogel Hagen Smith, another scientist here it is, now the Kogel, Kogl, Kogel, and Smith. You simply remember Smith, Kogel Smith. Okay, Kogel and Smith isolated oxygen from human urine. Isolated oxygen, first isolated oxygen, okay, oxygen from human urine. From human urine. Okay, human urine. First isolated oxygen from human urine. Right. And human urine, here you see containing three types of, here it is oxygen isolated three types. Okay. Kogel Smith isolated three types of oxygen from human urine. Okay. So one is that is the human urine, so you see, containing also oxygen, human urine. Okay, so human urine containing three types of oxygen. So one is that is oxygen A, another one is oxygen B. Okay, another one is heteroxygen. Heteroxygen. Heteroxygen, say actually heteroxygen is that is a real plant oxygen, that is indole acetic acid. Heteroxygen. Heteroxygen is that is indole acetic acid, and this one is the real plant oxygen. Okay, but oxygen A and oxygen B, oxygen A is one type of, that is the oxygen triolic acid. Oxygen B is the oxygenolinic acid. Okay, so these are the different types. Hello.
Then
Oxygen
helps
A
in
and
our growth also.
hello. Hello.
Sir, oxygen helps in our growth also.
Oxygen here it is not our growth here. They are removed through the human urine. Okay. And the oxygen usually indole acetic acid. Suppose you see indole acetic acid. Indole acetic acid, which is a heteroxygen, it is usually produced by the human being affecting back suffering from, that is pellagra disease. Pellagra disease, if we study the human disease, different types of disease are there. So one is that is pellagra disease. Okay, pellagra disease, here the man suffering, here it is pellagra disease, releases heteroxygens in his urine. Okay, so urine that containing heteroxygens from the person, it will collective, the person who is suffering from pellagra disease. Pellagra disease. Okay, and the disease caused by the deficiency of niacin. Niacin. Okay, so the deficiency of niacin, so that causes pellagra disease. Pellagra disease. Okay, pellagra disease is here it is the person who suffering from pellagra disease releases heteroxygen in human urine. Okay, they are not associated with the growth here. So they are excreted substance, excreted products.
Sir,
Okay.
what is niacin? Please say again.
Niacin, deficiency of niacin, सब तमर पढ़ा है तो जति कोई परुने सब डायमोलिक्यूल पढ़ेले नि सर.
No, sir.
No, sir.
डायमोलिक्यूल पढ़ेले स्टार्ट हो सेते कहबे डेफिशिएंसी मीन जो कोन विटामिन अपन सब कहबे. ओके, सो सेते बळे सर कहबे सर माने आस्तिबो सेठी कहबे नियासिन प्रति कहबे. ओके, सो नियासिन डेफिशिएंसी आमे हां hello niacin deficiency रे disease टा जोटा होची hello hello
सर ऑक्सीजन ए और ऑक्सीजन बी प्लांट से है
नहीं प्लांट नहीं प्लांट जोटा हेटेरोऑक्सिन दैट इज रियल प्लांट हार्मोन जोटा मैं कहूँ ओके सो सेटा होची दैट इज इंडोलेसिटिक एसिड ओके बाकी जदि आमे देखिबा एठी अन्य जोटा ऑक्सिन ए ऑक्सिन बी ऑक्सिन बी टा दैट इज one is that is oxynotriolic acid oxynotriolic acid है ना triolic acid okay and oxygen B oxyno lino মানে oxynolinolenic acid that is lino oxynolenic acid okay ये सब वाला so these are not of real phyte hormones here phyte hormones this one okay heteroauxin indoleacetic acid okay and particularly suffering from the disease pellagra disease here it is suffering pellagra disease okay pellagra disease here it is right okay and if we go to the that is the auxins are synthesized mainly in the apices okay evaluated shoot apex and root apex okay where it is synthesizes in the apical part of the plant shoot apex and root apex okay and auxins are here it is the suffering from here it is the यदि यार यदि ये देखिबा precursors देखिबा auxin precursor so it is tryptophan and zinc okay tryptophan and zinc okay so these zinc and tryptophan these are the precursors of the auxin okay precursor of auxin sometimes question asks which of the following is a precursor of auxin so that is the zinc and tryptophan okay and auxins are here you see they are growing in when they are synthesizing in the apical part of the stem and apical part of the root okay and after synthesis of auxin they migrate to the regions of their actions so migrate to the regions of their action means transport if sometimes question asks transport of auxin okay transport of auxin is that is the polar and basipetal okay polar and basipetal okay so polar and basipetal transport of auxin okay and that is the basipetal sometimes question it may tripla pachanti basipetals are kon eta acropetal kon so ये जेतबे सिंथेसिस होची आर जति हमें देखिबा so ये मूवमेंट होची that is polar means regulating movement here particular direction जेतबे मूवमेंट होय that is सेटा होची हमर जति कहबा that is polar here it is directional and it is basipetal actually it is basipetal in stem okay in stem part or root part को जति हम एटी देखिबा so auxins are here it is synthesized so it is जति एटा shoot apex so movement is like this basipetal and see here it is the root apex okay so this is the root apex so the root apex here it is movement is like this here it is acropetal okay so here the movement is basipetal particularly in case of shoot okay and if we consider for that is root here it is acropetal okay and it is polar movement directional it has a directional movement so this is about the transportation okay and transportation takes place through the vascular parenchyma, as well as through the here the phloem tissues. Okay, and it is active transportation. So it requires a proton for the releasing from the cells here. Proton, it requires proton. Okay. So transportation, but it takes place in the vascular parenchyma. You remember vascular parenchyma, as well as here it is from the also phloem tissues. Okay. And there are two types of oxygens. One is that is free oxygens. Again, if you types oxygens are of two types. One is that is free oxygens. Another one is bound oxygens. Okay. Free oxygens means here they can easily extracted from the plant. Okay. And the bound oxygens, they are not easily extracted. You cannot easily extract from the plant. And for the extraction, you have to require organic solvent. Okay. So two types of oxygen, free and bound. Free oxygen, that is you can easily extract. Okay. And the bound oxygens, when you are collecting bound oxygens, so they are associated with some compounds that require organic solvent. Okay. And out of these oxygen, two types. So free oxygens are more active. Free oxygens are more active in comparison to bound oxygen. Okay. And there is equilibrium exists between the two forms. Some parts are in the free oxygen, in the free state. Some are in the bound state. Okay. So there is equilibrium is there. Okay. And the oxygens again categorized into two types. One is that is natural oxygens. Another one is artificial. Again, here the types it will go. So there are two types. One is that is natural. Okay. Another one is that is artificial. So two types of oxygens are there. Natural, here it is some examples. Sometimes question asks which of the following is natural. Isolated from the plants, natural, synthesized by the plants. So one is that is the indole acetic acid. Okay, IAA is natural. Okay, indole, actually this one is indole 3 acetic acid. Similarly, indole 3 butyric acid means IBA. Okay, so IBA, IAA, these are the natural oxygens, isolated from the plants. But artificial oxygen, the artificial, or you can say it is synthetic oxygens. Artificial means here it is synthetic, here suppose. Okay, synthetic. Synthetic means that is man-made oxygens. So man-made oxygens are naphthalene acetic acid, NAA, naphthalene acetic acid. Okay, naphthalene acetic acid, it is man-made. 2,4-D, 2,4,5-T. 2,4,5-T, 2,4-D. Okay, 2,4-D and 2,4,5-T, 2,4,5-T. Okay, so these are the artificial or synthetic oxygens. 2,4-D means 2,4-dichlorophenoxyacetic acid. Similarly, 2,4,5-D means 2,4,5-T means trichlorophenoxy, 3 chloro, trichlorophenoxyacetic acid. 2,4-D, 2,4,5-D.
In artificial.
One is that is artificial means that is synthetic oxygen. That is synthetic, man-made oxygens. Okay, artificially synthesized. They are artificially synthesized, synthetic oxygen.
So can you say what is written in the example?
Sir, the examples, please.
Example is naphthalene acetic acid, NAA. Naphthalene acetic acid. Clear? One. Second one, 2,4-D. 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 D means here it is 2,4-dichloro. Okay, phenoxyacetic acid. Okay, 2,4-dichloro. Di 2. Di means 2 here. So dichlorophenoxy. PHENOXY. Phenoxyacetic acid. Similarly, 2,4,5-T, 2,4,5 4, 5, T. 2, 4, 5 T means tri. In case of di, here it is tri. 2, 4 and 5 trichlorophenoxy. Acetic acid. Right? So these are 2, 4D, 2, 4, 5T. Okay. Another one is that is naphthalene acetic acid. Naphthalene acetic acid. But remember one thing, IBA is both natural and synthetic. IBA. Natural here also. Natural IBA and also synthetic. Okay. Right? Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
So what do you mean by that polar transfer?
Polar transfer means directional. So where they act? So that means from the apical part to different sides where they act. So that is polar. Polar, and here it is basipetal acropetal means shoot apex to, here it is basipetal downward direction and here it is upward direction, shoot apex to upward direction, acropetal. Clear? So this is about the different types of auxins and about the history of auxins and all about. In the coming class, I'll go in detail about the physiological effects of the application of the auxin. Right? Clear? Time over.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
By
sir.
if you any doubt, you can ask also. Same activity ଯେମିତି ଆମର online ନେଉଥିଲା କି online WhatsApp ହଉ କିମ୍ବା ମାନେ over phone ହଉ ପଚାରି ପାରିବ any doubt. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Hello.
Sir, Hiranmay present.
Hiranmay present, right? Hiranmay.
Sir, Tamanna present.
Sir, Shashwat
Sir,
also.
Tamanna present.
Sir, Bhaskar present.
ଦେଖ ଆଗରୁ ଅଛ ନା ଏବେ ରହିଲ ଆସି ପ୍ରେଜେଣ୍ଟ?
Sir, ମୁଁ 7:40 ରେ join କଲି.
Okay. ହିରଣ୍ମୟୀ, ଶାଶ୍ୱତ ଆଉ କିଏ? ତମନ୍ନା.
Sir, ବାସ୍ତବ.
Sir, Saiba Tanu.
ବାସ୍ତବ.
Yes, sir.
ବାସ୍ତବ
Sir,
present.
Shashwat also
Okay.
present.
ଶାଶ୍ୱତ, right.
Sir, Sankalp Maharana present.
Sankalp Maharana present.
Sir, Saiba Tanu.
Sai Bhattanu, I will let mark present. Sai Bhattanu.
Sir,
Ritesh.
Ritesh.
Ritesh present. No, Ritesh present. Okay. Right. Okay. Bye.